G'day guys, how's it going? I'm Azza Whitnell and this is Azza World Sport. And Manchester United have just smashed the world record transfer fee to sign Paul Pogba. They've purchased him off of Juventus for £93.25 million, which equals out to about €105 million. The first player in history to be worth over €100 million. Obviously smashing the record set by Real Madrid when they purchased Gareth Bale a few summers ago. Now, is Paul Pogba worth it? That is the first question that obviously needs answering because everyone at the moment is debating it. In my opinion, no, he's probably not worth it as an individual player. But you've got to realise Manchester United aren't buying a player. And a lot of footballers now, when they go for this kind of money, they're not just players anymore. These are businesses and brands on their own. And when you look at Pogba and the success that he's had both on and off of the pitch, that's where you can understand why Manchester United, as well as the money that they now have bought Pogba for such a price. I saw an interview on Sky Sports News the other day with Brian Robson talking about how Manchester United had made around £400 million that they could spend on players this summer. And as he said, if United are going to make that much money, then why not splash out the cash to bring in such big names? Now, why £93 million? Well, you've got to look at the fact that on the pitch, Pogba and Juventus have been an absolute force in recent years in Italy. Ever since he left, he's won the league title on multiple occasions. He's won the Coppa Italia on multiple occasions. He's obviously become one of France's most important international players. And as well as that, he's also reached the Champions League final with them. He's made the FIFA Pro 11 a couple of times as well. So, you know, on the pitch, you can see that that's why maybe that package was put together for United. But it's also off the pitch where all of that pulling power comes from. Because aside from Lionel Messi, Adidas have made him the face of their brand. And that alone means that he's got massive pulling power, whether it's boots or shirt sales alone. Now, are United struggling for money? Absolutely not. If you look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic alone, the week after they announced that he was the number 9 for them moving forward into this season, United made £75 million off of his shirt sales in the following week alone. So that just shows you that, you know, this money that United have spent on Pogba, they're going to be making it back like that. And that's the same for pretty much all the other major transfers throughout history. If you look at Ronaldo or Bale or Beckham back in the day when he moved to Real Madrid, Zidane, so on and so forth, all of the clubs have made their money back relatively quickly. And especially in Manchester United's case, where they're now in the Premier League, you've got £8 billion coming into the Premier League from broadcasting rights alone. The money is endless for a lot of these clubs. And when you consider that Manchester United, who are the world's most supported club, over 10 or around 10% of the world's population support Manchester United now, it's not going to take them a long time to get that money back for Pogba. So it's pretty much nothing to them, this money that they've spent. So, as I was saying, in regards to is he worth the £93 million? No, he's probably not as an individual player. He's not a player that's going to get you 50 goals a season like a Luis Suarez or a Messi or a Ronaldo, Neymar, anyone like that. You know, that's the kind of money that you could understand a team spending on a player if a player is willing to get you that many goals a season plus all of the assists. But what he could do is potentially grow into the midfield maestro that Manchester United have missed ever since the likes of Roy Keane and Paul Scholes retired. He's only young, he's only 23, and if he's at United for the next decade, and that decade proves to be incredibly successful, you know, you look at Suarez, you know, you think Barcelona paid close to £80 million for Luis Suarez. Is he not worth that? I think it's safe to say he has definitely been worth that amount of money. When you look at the goals that he scored, it's something silly like 90 or 84 goals in 94 appearances for Barcelona. And then you look at all of the trophies they've won. He won the treble in his first season. That was invaluable to Barcelona. And if United can have that, all right, they're not in the Champions League this year. Another reason why they would have had to spend this much money on Paul Pogba. But if they could win the Premier League, the Europa League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the next season look at winning the likes of the Champions League, season after, the FIFA World Cup, Club World Cup, then those are the kinds of competitions that United are going to thrive in, and that's where all that money is going to come back, because it would have been proven that by having Pogba in the squad, as well as some of these other superstars they've brought in, he would have been worth it. So those are my opinions on Paul Pogba's transfer to Manchester United, but of course I'm eager to hear what everyone else makes of him. Do you think Paul Pogba as a player can turn into one of the world's best players? Could he turn into one of the best of all time? He is only young. He's got a fantastic record so far. Do you think he's going to be a success at Manchester United, back in the Premier League? And how do you see Manchester United going into this season? Do you see them as title contenders, or do you see them falling flat on their face despite all of these big buys? So please comment below, let me know. As always, I'm Azza Whitnell, and for all things wildlife, adventure and sport, please subscribe to my channel, Azza World TV, and I will be back soon with some preview videos to the Barclays Premier League season, which kicks off this weekend. And I cannot wait.